Today in Rome, Pope Leo XIV getting a rock star's welcome as he addresses more than 1 million young Catholics gathering on the last day of the Jubilee of the Youth Pilgrimage.
Fox News contributor Jonathan Morris joins us now.
Good morning.
Really good morning. So great to see you. The spectacular images there.
Yeah,
and to think of all of those being young people.
Yeah, and they're in Tor Vergata, which is just to the eastern part of Rome, just steps away from where St. Peter, the first pope, was crucified upside down for his faith. And that's what this is about. Yes, it's Pope Leo in this case, but he's standing in just as a visible sign of what these youth are looking for, and that is something foundational, something stable, something eternal, something that makes sense of their life. And to have 1 million young people gather together to celebrate their Christian faith is spectacular. And all the statistics, all the polls are saying that youth are looking for a more traditional, a more orthodox faith to explain what all the mess that they're seeing on their phones and everything else is. So this is very inspirational.
So, Jonathan, this pope has only been there for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And, of course, he is there to inspire the 1 million young people who are there. But also it has to be very impactful for him as well, being from America, not thinking that he was going to be the next pope. Here he is in front of the world. And the church, Catholic Church and other churches have had a real problem with young people leaving over the course of the last 30 years. Now they're coming back. But he probably feels like he has a big responsibility here.
I think he does. At the same time, he's saying, they're not here to see me. Mm-hmm. They might be at one level, they're going to see the Pope, but they didn't know me 3 months ago, to your point. They didn't know who I was. So I think he walked onto stage with a big, simple wooden cross, and he pointed to it. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for Pope Leo. Pope Leo, think about Pope Francis was the most famous man in the world 6 months ago. Nobody's talking about him now because he has gone on to his eternal reward, we hope, right? And so that, I think, look at those images. That's amazing. 1 million young people, so high schoolers, college students.
And you look at the footage of all of the different countries' flags, right?
Yeah.
Finding this common purpose. Excuse me. The Pope talked about courage, spirituality, but also in a question, he took a couple of questions from the crowd. One was a U.S. Kid, and Pope Leo spoke about friendship.
Yeah, 146 different countries represented. That's almost every country in the world. I'd have to double check that on Google later on.
Yeah.
But a lot of people coming from all over the place. And friendship, and this is a recurring theme for Pope Leo, friendship is one way that we can connect to the divine within the other. In other words, you can't have friendship with a robot. You cannot have friendship with TikTok.
Or should not.
Yes, or if you think that's friendship, it's not real friendship. Yeah. And so he's saying if you can connect with deep, real authenticity in the other, you're more likely to find authenticity, the ultimate authenticity, which is God himself.
So real quick, I'm always curious about this. When you see it's not cheap to fly around the world to go to Rome. How are all these kids making
that's a great question. I was thinking about that this morning. A lot of them have done fundraising in their local churches and their youth groups. And I'm sure some of their parents have also paid for it. But they've made a sacrifice. They've gone on a pilgrimage. And they're looking for something. And what they're going to find is not Pope Leo, just Pope Leo. They're going to find each other. Yeah. And they're going to say, why is Rome so important? Yeah. Why is the Holy Land so important? What is history that has survived? Why is it 2025 even mark, like the calendar is 2025 years from the death of Jesus Christ.
So never pass up an opportunity to buy cookies at the church bake sale.
Great point. Hey, John, thanks for coming in. You actually took time to come in on your son's second birthday.
Yeah, my son Timothy turns 2 today. Timmy, good morning. Where are you? There.
Happy birthday to him.
And he has a best big brother in Andrew as well.
So. All right.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right, happy birthday to him.
Thank you so much.
More
Stick
Fox
around.
and Friends coming up.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.